Hi all, great to be here today. The topic of the conversation today is going to be ready, set, goal, and looking at what AI can't do for us. So I spent my entire adult life researching and falling in love with intelligence. There are many reasons why. One of them is that AI can look at things that we would consider complete noise and make sense out of that. AI can find hidden patterns we will never be able to find, and it can use them to predict the future. Can you imagine knowing today what would be the sports results of next year? AI is getting there. Once you know the future, you can take best actions. You can achieve things you can't without that. From that perspective, I'm here to say I think AI is underhyped. When the different AI systems are going to work more and better in concert, LLMs, reinforcement learning, predictive AI, world models, and others, they will create an ever-increasing cycle of action optimization. Here's a snapshot. By the way, to all the British people here, this is basketball. It's another form of sports. This is a conversation we'll be seeing soon. I ran 1,000 simulated futures for you, AI will say, and you're 76% likely to professionally thrive in basketball. You have 15% chance of injury and 33% chance of being drafted to the NBA. To exploit it, you should start practicing 3 times a week in 3rd grade. Stick with it for a second. You are probably asking yourself, okay, so what does this mean for us simple humans? Where does it leave us? Is AI going to optimize everything for us? Is it going to decide which car we're going to buy, which medicine we're going to take? What is the career path we want to choose? As Stanton, Wall-E's creator, said, are we going to lose ourselves to convenience? Or maybe there are things AI is not going to be able to do for us. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to say yes. There are things AI will never do for us. While the definition of intelligence is elusive and tricky and not agreed upon, there's one thing that is agreed upon. AI and any other form of intelligence is always striving to achieve some form of more value or some goal. If I run away from a fire, I'm trying to optimize on not being burnt. If I move pawn to e4, I'm optimizing on winning a chess game. And if I propose to my wife, which is clearly a very intelligent thing to do, I'm optimizing on not being thrown away from the house. These are all intelligent behaviors, and they all relate to some form of a space where we climb higher and higher on some form of value or goal. Now here's the point about AI. This is an under-discussed point. AI is always optimizing towards something predictable and observable. It can predict the next data point. It can predict the next token or word. It can predict the next pixel or image. It can predict the next best action given a certain outcome. But it's always predicting something that is reducible to observables, measurable variables, or explicit assumptions. It's objective. You can measure it. That's not the case for us humans. Let me give you an example first and then explain. So this is my dream car, red Ferrari. Does it mean that I'm going to buy it? Look at all of the consideration. Obviously cost. What's the alternative cost? If I'm going to buy this car, what am I missing on? What about the example I want or don't want to set to my children? What about whether I care about what people think of me and how do I value it? Am I okay with being worried about the car being stolen? These are all questions that are not observable. They are not explicit. For us humans, value has two dimensions. It has explicit dimensions to it as well. Net income would be a great example. But it has an emotional, value-laden dimension, which it is things like love and fun and aesthetics. And these are things you cannot quantify, you cannot measure, and AI cannot optimize for. If this is true, what does it mean about our future as humans? What does it mean about the shift that is happening right in front of us every day now? It means that we have a huge opportunity, an unmet opportunity at the moment. If we want AI to become the amazing action optimization engine it is, we have to go through a process as well. We have to be better at understanding our own values and goals. This should become a primary focus for us. So let me give you an example. Let's say that you're organizing a family vacation and you need to take care of accommodation and traveling plans and dinner places and what are the sites you're gonna see, and the list goes on. And you're getting so worried and concerned about all of that execution, you even forget one of your cutest children at home. This is how we split our time today. We split most of our time executing. With AI, this can become dramatically shorter. AI can do these things for us amazingly well. However, we will have to decide, what are we optimizing for in this trip? Are we optimizing for educational trip, bonding time, culinary trip, experiential experiences? What is the thing we're trying to achieve? AI will not be able to tell us what we want to see from that trip. So as execution time shrinks, our ability to set goals and remember that we love our little children and we want them to come with us is going to be how we make our value more achievable. So the bottom line here is that those who will be able to define and refine and improve how they conceive of goals and values themselves are going to far more value out of what's out there. I'm going to give you two quick examples. There are many different ways of improving the way you perceive and you conceive of your own value. But I'm going to give two examples which also obviously resonate with what AI cannot do. One is creativity and the other is ethics. Creativity, real creativity, the ability to create something original that changes the way we think about something, is a way to add additional peaks to our value space, additional values we couldn't thought of before. It is called transformative creativity because it changes the rules themselves rather than just shifting features or exploring features to a different edge. This is, to me personally, one of the best examples. After Pollock's number 5, the framework of aesthetics, what it means to express yourself with art, has changed, never to be the same again. But obviously, Pollock is not alone. There are so many thousands of transformative creativities happening everywhere, all the time, in startups, in art, in technology, in literature, in education. This shapes who we are. And this is not something AI is optimized for. The other thing is ethics, because ethics is our way of better understanding our values. It's a way of researching and thinking through our goals and values. It's like making the blurred value space more distinct, so we really understand the concept and the thoughts that we have in our value systems. And I want to end with a quote of my best friend, David Hume. He said, "Reason is and ought only to be the slave of passions," and it could be translated to nowadays as AI is and ought only to be the slave of the passions. Values cannot be derived from observables. Values have to be chosen by us. AI can predict and can optimize for observables, but it cannot prescribe value. So the smarter AI gets, the more human we must become. Thank you very much.